what did you think of the movie?
I liked it. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, I thought that Stella...
When talking about a movie with a friend, you get a chance to reflect on what you just saw. Although you may start out with what you liked and didn't like, a more in-depth conversation will take you beyond the surface meaning and into interpretation.
I don't know, I was thinking that maybe the urban setting had a lot to do with it, just because,
I'm sure it did.
There's such a difference in people.
It being a downtown and a city, and there being so many different classes of people.
And cultures, even. The culture.
What was it about the plot that made the movie so compelling? Why did it take place where it did? Could it have taken place somewhere else and been as good?
People wouldn't have put you in different levels like they did in that town.
In a country, yeah, in the country, and also I think
the active reader of literature notices many of the same things. The way the elements of a literary piece combine to produce a desired effect is much like the way the parts of a movie fit together. Authors create patterns of these elements and weave them into artistic wholes, into short stories, novels, poems, and plays. Different though these forms may be, they are composed of the same literary building blocks: point of view, setting, character, plot, and theme. Your recognition of these patterns and your response to it is the basis for writing about literature. To help you become skilled at perceiving patterns, we'll be looking at some of the basic elements of literature. In this lesson, we'll consider setting, plot, theme, foreshadowing, figurative language, and symbolism. Setting is an element of literature that an author uses for specific purposes. The setting or environment provides an atmosphere. It's the air the characters breathe, the world in which they move. As you examine the setting, ask yourself why the author chose to place the story in this location rather than another. Does the setting serve a purpose? Does it help reveal the character?
This is the day of the month we fill our bellies with something besides turtle, old sport. The ships come in.
Look carefully at how the setting is described. In Somerset Maugham's short story, The Vessel of Wrath, a distant tropical island provides the background and reason for the incorrigible Ginger Ted to be present. It's also the right place for the austere Miss Jones.
In mine, not in mine, not in mine. Till we come.
Mina, Captain, pay attention. Start again. 1, 2.
Till we come gathering, not in mine, not in mine.
Lear, this is no place for that. Cato, you finish it alone and set them an example.
Here we come gathering, not in May, on a cold and frosty morning.
There. Sit down. Now, children, it's good, not good enough. Once more from the beginning.
The characters develop and the plot evolves within this context. In a narrow sense, the setting is the physical environment, the type of house, the landscape, the location, the climate. But in a broad sense, setting also includes a point or points in time. This temporal setting is often highly relevant. Consider the time period, Christmas, in It's a Wonderful Life.
Did you bring the wreath? Yes, did you bring the Christmas wreath?
What wreath?
Was it the Merry Christmas wreath with the window?
No, it's left at the office.
Is it snowing?
Yeah, it's just started.
Well, where's your coat and hat?
Left them at the office.
What's the matter?
Nothing's the matter. Everything's all right.
A perfect setting in time for a conflict between generosity and greed.
Come on, you're a big boy. You can get this star up, way up at the top.
Another important element of literature is the plot, the plan or the arrangement of the story. But plot is more than just a series of events. Consider the following. A woman died, and then her husband died. Here we have a description of events in the order in which they occurred, but we do not have a plot. Now consider this. A woman died, and then her husband died of sorrow. What is the difference between these sentences? In the second example, we have more than a sequence of events. There is a sense of causality. We have a plot or a storyline because we have a cause-effect relation. We also have a conflict. The husband's natural will to live comes into conflict with his sorrow. Conflict is an essential ingredient in any story. Conflict can exist within a single individual on a psychological or emotional level, as it does in the example. But conflict can also exist between individuals, between groups of people, and between an individual and forces of society, or the environment. Conflict helps reveal character. The chief character faced with a conflict is called the protagonist. Whatever or whoever represents the conflict that the protagonist must face is called the antagonist. Looking again at It's a Wonderful Life, we see that George Bailey, the chief character, is the protagonist.
But I haven't been able to do it. You have been stopping me.